What's up, guys, and welcome to Iron Mustang. This is part 2 of our engine build series. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon. That way you'll be notified when future videos become available. For today's video, we're going to be installing the heads on the short block. For this build, we're going to be running AFR Renegade 195 heads. They have a 72cc port, titanium retainers, and Inconel coated exhaust valves. We're going to be running ARP hardware, Velcro gaskets, and trick flow dowels. So let's get to it. We're going to be installing these trick flow head dowels. Here's the part number. So make sure you clean out these holes before you start banging these dowel pins, and I do recommend using a rubber or plastic mallet to install these. And acetone makes a pretty good cleaner to get all of these bare metal spots nice and clean. Head gaskets, we're going to be using the Velcro 1011-1. Pay attention when you're putting these on. They are labeled where the front is. You notice that one side does not allow the water to go through. The other side does. The front should be blocked off. These are 41,000s compressed. So for head bolts, we're going to be running the AFR 154-3603. So on these washers, you got a little bit of a bevel on the top. Make sure that that's facing up when you install these. I don't think I'm going to really be running enough boost to justify the added cost of studs. So I want to point something out real quick. This bore here, a little stubborn coming out. I've just had everything sitting in there. And definitely chase the threads on that hole. I won't have any seizing issues later on if I let to pull these off. If I had to extract the head bolt, it sucks. So I'm going to use a tap on my vacuum here and slowly chase these holes. Right after I chase every hole, I'm going to use the bolt. Make sure it goes all the way down. No trouble. I know this part of the process might feel a little tedious. You just keep going back over the same area over and over, but you do not want to mess up this part. Also keep in mind right now, I'm building a 351. If you're building a 302, right now is when you're going to make sure that you have your lifters ready to install. I have extra room here to put mine in because of the added deck height after I put my heads on. You guys building the 302s, you probably don't. Actually, I pretty much know you don't, and you're going to want to make sure you put those in before you put the heads on. So checked every hole, they all thread down like butter. I'm going to give it one last good cleaning and put my head gasket on. Double check again. It's labeled front to the front, and your water jacket passages are to the back. Just cleaned off the surface of my heads. Now I'm going to slap my heads back down. 2 bolts in just to hold everything in place real quick while I turn it around and do the other side. Again, make sure the front of your engine, turn it around, the front, make sure where it says front, goes to the front. If you cover this up, you'll never know you made that mistake. There we go. Hopefully that's their last resting place. So all the upper bolts we're going to cover with some ARP assembly lubricant, and the lower bolts we're going to put some Permatex high temp thread sealer on. Those lower bolts all go into the water jacket, so we want to make sure we use this. So I'm still putting the moly lube underneath the head of the bolt and then around the washer, even though I'm putting the thread sealant down here. I'm going to put all my lower bolts in real quick just to get them off my workbench. I'm going to point something out real quick. I'm putting 0 effort into this. After lubing them, chasing the holes, this is what you want. This will prevent a real bad day if you don't do that work in the front end and break off a bolt later on down the road. These longer bolts all get the ARP fastener assembly lube on them. So I'm going to pull the washers off real quick and just quick work of them. Alright, my camera died. I dropped down all the top bolts, torqued them down to about 5 pounds just to get them snug. Now the torque sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And according to the manufacturer of these heads, AFR, they are supposed to be torqued down to 100 pounds. So I'm probably going to do 30, 80, 100. Everything's torqued down to 100 pounds per AFR specs.